Let's talk about menus now. So a menu, another word for it would be context menu. They're all optional, but they allow you, when the user does force touch on an Apple Watch, so instead of just tapping an item on the screen, if you press the screen with a small amount of force, you'll get a context menu if it's associated with the current view. So let's go ahead and search for menu and see how this works. So drag it onto your storyboard and then specify the number of items you want in your menu. And I'm going to say 3 in this example. Now, if you click off of your storyboard, you're going to run into a problem. You're not going to be able to click back on your menu item unless you pull over this little thing over here, which allows you to view the entire storyboard in kind of an outline form. So as you can see, here's our menu. We specified 3 menu items, and now we can go through and give names and images associated with each menu item. As you can see, you can specify a custom menu item, or excuse me, a custom image. So if you choose custom and then you select an image, it would display your image in a menu item. I like using the defaults because they provide you with a good amount of defaults. As you can see there's accept, decline, maybe, resume, play, pause, mute, trash. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to go with accept, decline, and maybe in this example. So let's give the title accept. Image is accept as well. Let's go to the next one. Let's call it decline, and then choose decline from our image selector, and then maybe, and choose maybe. Okay, they don't provide you any feedback here, and I believe that's because this is a force touch action that occurs. So let's fire that up and see what happens. Build succeeded. Alright, app is launched. Now if you're using the simulator, you're just going to have to do essentially a long press on your Apple Watch, and boom, it comes up. So as each button is tapped, each menu item is tapped, it disappears. So how would you hook into that? How would you programmatically do something based on that action? Well, they actually are actions that come from each of these menu items. So I've gone ahead and created actions in code for accept tapped, decline tapped, and maybe tapped. So I want to go ahead and hook up each of these to their appropriate method. So control click on the menu item, and then you can drag over to the action that you want associated with that menu item. If you notice, I created a decision label, I called it outlet. So let's go ahead and add that as a label so that we can print out which menu item was tapped. So go ahead and associate that label with that outlet. Connect outlet. Alright. Let's go ahead and run. See what happens. Build succeeded. Let's go over to the simulator. Okay, it was launched. So go ahead and hold and then choose the menu item you want to see the action. So accept, good. Decline, and maybe. Okay, so if we go look at the code again real quick, you can see that when accept is tapped, the decision label is set to accept. When decline is tapped, set to decline, and when maybe is tapped, set to maybe. So that's menu for you, also known as context menu. It's a pretty simple control, yet extremely useful and very powerful.